happy to see you.
Hi. So happy to be here.
So happy and excited to see you.
Oh, me too. It's been so long.
Yeah. So I'll just explain like what we are going to do in this session. So this is for my ambassador program, and basically I wanted you to share your experience about SUSI and also about the virtual sessions that we had. So I just have some 10 questions, very simple, very basic, and basically sharing experiences. So before that, I would love to see you introducing yourself, because this will be published on my YouTube channel and people here will definitely not know you. So your name, what you're doing right now, your place, and also a fun fact.
Okay. We are going to be famous.
Let me think.
So.
Okay, I can start if you're thinking about it. Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Mariana Manso. I'm from Brazil. I am a biology undergraduate. And a fun fact about me is that I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan.
Great.
Okay, hi guys. My name is also Mariana. I'm from Brazil. I am 21 years and I am a physiotherapy student. About a fun fact, I love TV shows, especially Colombian TV shows.
Okay, so now we'll jump into the questions. So the very first question is like the basic one: how is post SUSI life? Like, what are you doing?
You can say it.
Okay, so after SUSI, actually in SUSI, we created an organization called United Women in Health. And we organized our first event last year, and it was amazing. We had the support from the US Embassy in Brazil, and everyone has been so kind with us. They are incredible, and now you can talk a little bit more, Mari.
They helped us a lot in the event. We could share with them about our project, about what we were doing. So it was amazing. It was a great success. We could receive a lot of women to talk about leadership and share our thoughts about SUSI and about our experience as well.
And it was a great opportunity. It's a great networking, because we invited women that we are a fan of, and they accepted to participate in our event, and it was incredible. And we are organizing our second event, and we cannot say lots of things about it because it's a surprise, but it's coming and we are very excited too.
Great. So the second question is like, we had a lot of virtual sessions. So what was that thing that really excited you the most? Like, there are so many sessions. We had sessions about leadership. We had sessions about apprenticeship, training, community action projects. So what was that session which excited you the most?
For me, I can say that the session that we talked about futures was the most excited, because I had the birthday surprise, and it was really, really amazing. I was super excited to talk about you guys from other countries. So for me, it was the culture thing.
Well, for me, it was the community action project, because we had to actually organize our ideas and our thoughts and how we wanted to, to create our organization and how we were going to do our projects. So it was incredible to sit down and to realize that we had a lot of work to do. So, and it was amazing because we had the support from the field. So like Ella helped us a lot in Era 2. And yeah, it was like, for me, the community action project was like the best one.
Okay, great. So the next question is like, we had a lot of sessions and mostly it was revolving around education because we make the cohort of education and the future of work. So what did you think, like after attending these sessions, like what is your perspective on the education system globally? Like, did your perspective change, or you got to know something new, or what is that you had about the education system globally?
Well, it was interesting to learn about the US education system because I've never been to the US. So everything that I know about that I knew actually about the US educational system, I learned from the movies, from like the Hollywood movies or from the TV. So it was very interesting to actually learn more like deeply and about the educational system and the differences too between the public and the private schools, for example, and also the differences between Black and white people because we talked about it. So it was very interesting to talk and to share our differences because like in Brazil, the educational system has some characteristics, but like very specific ones, and they are different from the US. So it was great to exchange these differences with them too.
Yeah, for me it was amazing as well. I think that I could open my mind about the education system, and I see that we have to learn so much from other countries as well, not just even for United States, but we can learn so much about it. And in general, I say, and I think that's it.
Great. So even I had the same opinion when I thought about the education system, and we were actually discussing it as well. Like we were, typing all our answers on the discussion board and all of that. Then I understood and realized that, we all have the same problems everywhere, and all of us are really working to, create a difference. So that's something which is very nice to see. And I believe that every education system transforms to be the best one in future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is that, I think we have discussed about this in our SUSI program as well, but then I wanted to ask you your opinion on, is it important to be inclusive and diversified in education? To our education system be diversified and inclusive?
Well, definitely. In Brazil, I'll talk about Brazil because it's my country. So, I see closely. Yes. Like here in my city specifically, it's very clear, like the white schools and Black schools, like the community. And here we don't see people having the same access to education. So it's something like the white rich people from my city, and I think from all around the world. They start their career very how can I say very in advance. They have more opportunities, they have more access to achieve what they want to. But people that don't have that much of money, or people that are from the Black community, they struggle a lot more to achieve 1% of what the white people have. So it's important to fight and to provide the same opportunities for everyone, no matter the race or how much of money the person receives. We have to be inclusive because we have to give people the same opportunities. It's fair, to say the least, to say the minimum.
Yes, here in my community I can say the same. We see the difference between public and private school. I always studied in public schools, and I saw the difference in jobs after graduating from high school. Many of these students just didn't go to graduate so they just start working and having some jobs that would not give them a career. So we could see this difference in a huge situation.
That's really nice listening to you, and I hope it changes for the better. And also here we have a lot of discrimination with regard to the LGBTQIA plus community, because in most of the universities here in India, they are not really considered, and a lot of times they are discriminated. So I think that's one thing that is going to change in the future to come. So I'm just hoping for the best. So that's one thing. So the next question is that, we had a lot of sessions, and the very first session that we had with Fayuz is very special, and that is Introduction to Seattle, Exploring Seattle. So I know it was not in person, but then we all wished it was in person. So what did you really learn about Seattle? Definitely we did not go and see all of that is in Seattle, but then we definitely got to know that, okay, this is what Seattle is. So what is your view on Seattle?
If I can say just 2 words, big companies. I didn't know that Seattle had so many big companies, and at the same time has this difference between people and rich and poor people. So I could learn a lot about this.
I think my answer will be the same. It's stuck in my head that Seattle is a very rich city because there's big companies like the Amazon's there. Like Amazon's amazing. But at the same time, there are so many poor families living there. So it was a surprising fact for me because, like I said, the only places that I learned about the United States were like the Hollywood films and the TV. So in my mind was like, oh, the whole American way of life, the American dream, So to learn that Seattle is a very rich city, but at the same time had the same issues that we have here in Brazil, it was like very surprising for me. Yeah.
Likewise, when I thought of Seattle, like after looking at the movies and all of that, I thought it was very nice and all of that. But then when they are explaining to us about the Seattle, about the homelessness and about the unequal distribution of wealth, and I thought everything is similar everywhere in the world. It's just the way it looks like in the movies and all of that. They only show one side of a coin, but there is always another side in every place, and that is something that we have to concentrate on to make it a better place. So yeah, definitely. So the next question is that, so the first session that we had with Meridian was about the Smarty goals. So I think you have applied these Smarty goals to your community action projects as well. So how did it help you? Like, did you use them and did it enhance your project, or what is that happened with you?
Yes, it helped us a lot to organize the start of the organization. So we could prepare what we were going to do. So we decided that we wanted to share leadership for another women, especially in health field. And Mari can share a little more.
Well, like I said, it was amazing because I had only like ideas, like, oh yeah, I want to create an organization for women, like very abroad, but then to sit and actually like, okay, how many people do I want to attract? Like, what do I have to do? Like, to actually sit and think it was tough. It wasn't easy, but it was great. We still use it until today. Sometimes we do meetings via Google Meet, and then we're like, okay, but Mari, let's think, how many people do we want to attract to this event? Like, what are we gonna do? Yeah, what are we gonna do? What kind of women are we talking here? Like the student ones, the professional ones. So we still use them to today. Like I said, it really stuck in our heads. These Mardi Gold ideas.
And it just don't help us only in the organization, in life as well. We can use for another things, another college experience. So it is very helpful.
It was good because when I'm talking to a friend of mine, and the friend, like, he participates in an organization, but I see lots of flaws. I'm like, okay, but have you made your Smarty goals? Have you thought about that? How many people you want to attract? And then we can like give like tips for them, like, hey, have you ever considered doing this instead of that? So we were able to open our minds and to actually think as leaders. It was very good.
And we feel more prepared when we use smart goals, because everything is settled and everything is organized at the same way.
We think like, oh, it can go wrong, but it can't go wrong.
Everything can.
After listening to you, I am very curious to know, like, why did you choose this topic for your community action project? Like, it deals with something about women empowerment, women health, and all of that. So what made you to choose this topic for your community action project? So is this a continuous problem that you had in your community, or why did you want to focus on this?
Well, first, Mariana and I are from the health field, so we both study health, and we wanted to have an organization that talked about this topic. So we searched something about Brazil and some lacks that we have here, some issues, and we find an article from National Geographic that was talking how women are the most in the health field, but when we say about leadership, men are the most in this position. So in leadership positions, women are not occupying this. So that's why we decided to talk about it.
Okay.
Oh, I'll talk a little bit more about what I said. Because it's actually funny. Well, when we met in SUSI, it was funny because I was the one that talked to I said like, hey, are you a Mari too? I'm a Mari from Brazil. And then we started talking, and we became friends during SUSI, especially like when it was a SUSI day. We were like, oh, it's SUSI time. Let's go. Let's put on some makeup. You know, we developed this friendship. And then when we found out that it was possible to create a project, like in a group project, we were like, we have to do something together, because I still am a little bit insecure about the ideas that I have. So when Mari and we were talking, we saw that we wanted to create an organization that had like the same ideas for the health of women and for leadership. Like it clicked, like it was a match. It was incredible. And yeah, we read this article, and it was a very good one, saying that like when we think about like health, when we think about health like positions like nurse or dentistry, we think about women. I talked with a few friends of mine. Hey, if I say like nurse, do you imagine a man or a woman like as a nurse? And they always say like 100%, oh, a woman actually. And then, but when we go like to Google and we search for leadership position, like high positions, like nursery, it's a man. So it doesn't make any sense. So we were talking about it, and we saw that it has this huge gap, that we could do something to help women to become the best version of themselves, and to actually believe in themselves, and to accept and to like actually believe that they can pursue bigger dreams, even though they are like mother of 3 kids, or if they have other jobs, they can still be the best versions of themselves. So it was a match. It was great.
So the next question is that SUSI comes with a package, like it's of information, entertainment, enjoyment, ideation, and a lot more. So what is your major takeaway from all the virtual sessions that we had from SUSI?
Sorry, Rishitha, I couldn't hear the last part of the question.
So basically, in all the virtual sessions that we had, SUSI comes with a package. So it's of information, entertainment, enjoyment, and a lot of ideation as well. So what is your major takeaway from all the virtual sessions that we had from SUSI?
Okay, so will I go first? Will you go first? Okay, I think leadership, can I say leadership? Leadership, or is that too generic? I think leadership is the main word for, I think, my experience and for our project. And it was a great time. I thought that, before SUSI, I was like, oh, leadership lessons, oh, it would be boring. Like, okay, because like I didn't have that good experience before. So after SUSI, I was like, hey, talk about leadership can be nice, can be a good thing. And I think leadership, it was a little bit of entertainment also, but leadership, I think, was the main word.
Yes, for me, for sure, is leadership. I could realize how we can be leaders in different ways. So sometimes we watch someone talking and we say, this person's a leader. So, yeah. But we don't realize that we can be a leader as well. So I could learn a lot in the sessions, and for me, leadership is definitely.
And it was great because everyone, like from SUSI, they had different backgrounds and they had different ideas. Yeah. So like Henrique was very focused on the environment, and Gabi was very focused on the education, but we were all from Brazil. We had different ideas, and it actually is different kind of leaders, so it was very good to see how you can be a leader in so many different areas.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And different ways as well. Sometimes someone is a little bit shy, but she can be a leader and talk it at the same time.
Yeah, you don't have to be an extrovert to be a leader. You can be an introvert. That's okay. No
But
problem.
that's my mind, but
Yes.
it's very good to realize that.
I had the same opinion, like we are from different places, different backgrounds, but then I understood that it's not just between the countries, but I think, yeah, as you said, like it's the same with me, Arha, Hina, and Ritik as well. We are from the same country, but we definitely got to know different things that are definitely not common with all of us. So it was definitely a multicultural experience. And also it's like sharing our views and sharing our opinions, and definitely I think we all have different views and perspectives, but then at the end of the day, I think we are all working for that one thing that will definitely make this place a better place to live in. That is what you're focusing on. So I think that's really great. So the next one is like, I think we spoke about something very serious till now, but then I wanted you to do something very interesting now. So we'll just do a fun activity which has 5 questions, and you just have to. I hope you know this game called Never Have I Ever. You do know that?
Oh yes,
You
I've
know-
played before.
So yeah, I have 5 Never Have I Ever questions with me, and I wanted you to answer. So if it's I have, then it's this, and if I have not done that, and it's this. So it's this, and it's simple. So the first question is that I have with me is never have I ever missed any virtual session of SUSI.
Yeah,
I think I've never missed it. No, great.
Great, yes. So never have I ever wished that this SUSI was in person.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I can do this for a really long time.
yeah. By the way, we are waiting for the in-person part of the
Yeah.
podcast. Hey, come on.
Never have I ever experienced an amazing multicultural experience before SUSI, or is this the first time? Never have I ever experienced such an amazing experience, multicultural experience before SUSI.
So
Oh, no.
it was the first time.
First time, yeah.
First time for me as well. Great. So never have I ever wanted to change anything, like a session or an activity that we had in SUSI.
I'm sorry.
You have to be
Sorry,
honest.
Susie.
Can I know what it is?
Oh, can we talk? Yeah.
Maybe for the better.
Well, I think for me, it was the session that we were talking about the U.S. educational system. Can you believe? But it was a very like slow session. It didn't have that much of interactions with us. It was like, oh, let's talk about the history.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I don't want
I remember talking to you at that time.
to. Yeah, so I would change that one.
Sometimes I wish it were more interactive because, and with that we had more time to talk because the time was very.
Yeah, like sometimes we had it wasn't the open space. It was like the sessions that we had. I forgot the name. We used to go to like different
rooms. Yes.
Rooms. Yes, it was
Breakout
rooms.
sessions.
Yes, breakout. Yes. So we were like very excited to talk, and like we were exchanging our ideas,
News, ideas, and it was fun.
Yes. Everyone was like focused on like sharing, and then when we returned to the main session, they were like, "Okay, so let's move on." Oh, I want to talk too. Can we have more time? Can we talk more? So yeah, something that I would change too.
We didn't have much time for that.
So the last one, never have I ever wished that you wake up tomorrow in the morning and then you receive a mail from the State Department of Meridian saying that you are going for the in-person component.
All the time until
I remember they sent us an email by the beginning of the year about the in-person. I was like, it's happening, everybody's gonna come. And then they were like, oh, we have to postpone again. I said, okay, I'll wait. I'm still waiting. Come on, the COVID is amazing. It's gone.
I think it will happen hopefully this May, because I think it's fine everywhere in the world. Like right now, I think India is fine. Like there's no big effect of the pandemic and all of that. I don't know how it is in the Brazil. Is it fine over there, or is it still the same?
No, in Brazil is amazing. Brazil is like everything, coming back to normal again. Yeah. So did you say May? Did they say anything about May?
I guess I just guessed, because that was what we were informed. I think it was from the embassy that we have here. So I guess I'm not sure, but maybe this May. That's the summer of that.
We only have gossips. We are waiting.
Yes.
Oh, I heard June. You'd heard May.
Oh,
May. Closer.
Yes, excited. Whatever it is, like I don't really mind. Whether it's May or June. But the only thing I have in mind is like we have to go there, and we have.
Yes. We have to meet in person. I met Maddie in person because we live in the same country. But like for me to go to India, it's something that is not possible today, and we have to meet in person.
Definitely. So I hope you like this segment. So it was kind of fun after all the serious questions that we had. So last two questions that I have for you is that I wanted to ask you about your community action project in detail, because I have seen all your your posts on Instagram, on your social media accounts, and I'm very happy for you because I've been working really hard for the project, and also it's something to uplift the lives of women. So I'm very happy for you both, and I would love to see you sharing about what you have about your project and what is that definitely after the project, even in my case, after conducting the sessions of my community action project, I was so satisfied. It was so nice. I mean, the response from the audience is also so overwhelming. And also my target audience are actually school going children. So it was definitely a very nice experience for me. I mean, they were amazing. So I wanted to know what you did and what your experiences are with your audience.
Well, our audience talked so much with us, Mari. They shared that they liked a lot and that the experience was great. We did some formula, I don't know the name, but some feedbacks forms, and they shared that it was amazing, that we could help them a lot. And we were so excited because we didn't know that the feedback was going to be so great and so much feedbacks. So that's it. We are excited for our next event, and we are preparing everything with so much love. And we started sending some emails, talking with another women that will be participating with us. So I'm very excited for this next event.
Great.
Well, unfortunately, our event was 100% virtual. So unlike you did in person, right, Rishitha? Yeah, we wanted to do a in-person project. So, but unfortunately, like me and Mari live in different cities. So it was perfect for us to do it virtually, and it was incredible because we had people from so many different states in Brazil, because Brazil is huge. Like, I think it's 26 states, right, Mary? 26 states. And we received many women from different parts of Brazil, and even men. They participated in our event. Can you believe this? Men become more incredible leaders. It was great. Just like Mari said, we received incredible feedbacks, and after those incredible feedbacks, we were like, we have to do our second event. We have to continue doing this because people are enjoying this, and it's free. One idea that we had very clear in our heads is that everything that we were going to do had to be 100% free, no charge, nothing, because we believe that the educational system has numerous obstacles, and we didn't want to create another one. So it's free and it's live, and anyone can participate, and we made certificates for everyone. So we are doing our best we can to create an incredible organization, but sometimes it gets tough because it's just Mari and I, and we are both undergraduate students. So sometimes we're like, hey, I have so many things in college to do, and she says, oh yeah, me too. And we said, okay, let's
what are we gonna do?
Yeah, let's talk about the organization later. Let's stress a little bit with school, and then we talk again. But you know, it's fantastic. It's totally worth it.
Great, that's awesome. So here comes to the last. I mean, this is the last question, and this question is common in all the series that I did so far. And what would you say if I ask you to sum up the entire SUSI experience in just 60 seconds? What would you say?
To talk about SUSI in 16 seconds.
60 seconds, yes. Sum up your entire experience in 60 seconds.
Okay, that's a surprising one. Come on. Should I start? Will you start, Mari?
I can start. So this will be an amazing experience that we will learn about leadership. We will learn how to communicate with cross-cultural, so in a cross-cultural way, and we will discover ourselves in different ways. So I think that's it. I had the time, right?
Okay, I'll go now. So SUSI is an incredible experience. You will meet incredible people from different countries. You will learn a lot from them. Like I learned that India has multiple dialects. Is that correct? Yeah. So, and I didn't know that. I learned from SUSI. I learned about leadership, about the U.S. educational system, and I'm gonna use the 60 seconds.
It's 60. I understood 16.
No, it's 1 minute.
Okay.
Well, but I learned about to trust in myself and to believe in myself that I can do and that I'm capable of doing whatever I want to. And SUSI was a very had a very significant part in this. So this is an incredible experience. That's all.
The same goes with me as well. Like I agree with what all you said, and the same with me. I mean, more than learning about the other places, people, and all of that, I think I learned more about myself, like the way I react, the way I behave, and I definitely this is the very first time I'm talking to people from different countries, like 6 countries. Oh my God, it's amazing. So definitely building relationships overseas is not something which is very small. I think it has created a very great impact, and definitely this will be the best thing. I think SUSI is one of the best experiences I have ever had, and definitely this is something that I'll cherish forever. So I mean, SUSI is always amazing, and definitely I think it's the best time, and I think it's the best memory for all of us, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the end of this session, and I thank you so much for accepting to join and answer all the questions. That's so nice of you, and thank you so much for making this session so beautiful. Thank you
for inviting us, Rishitha. It was incredible.